Welcome to the sixth episode of Full Stack 2021, where we'll dive into the mobile apps aspect of full stack development. So some stats. If you're going to build an app on multiple platforms like Android, iOS, etc., it's 2 to 3 times faster if you build a hybrid app than a native app. So if you build one hybrid app that you can build for Android and iOS, it's 2 to 3 times faster than building one native Android app and one native iOS app. There are also going to be 27.7 million web developers by 2023. And also the demand for mobile experience is growing 5x faster than internal IT teams can deliver. So the basis of web apps is something called a web view. What is a web view? A web view is a small embeddable browser that resides within the native application. On Android, it's a small version of Chrome. And on iOS, they have something called WK WebView, which is kind of like the Safari WebView with fewer features. So a regular web app will have the browser that's running all your code. The browser will also get access to a few of the native features. And then you mainly just interacts with your web content. But in an app with a web view, the browser will run inside your native application. And then there'll be a JavaScript bridge, which will interface between your application and then a native bridge. The native bridge will also interface between itself, that is the application, and then the native features of the phone. So like accelerometers, any of the hardware, the contacts API on the phones, etc. Now let's talk about mobile app wrappers. So Android has millions and millions of apps. And one of the majority types of apps are something called mobile app wrappers. So what they do is instead of building out Android or a mobile application from scratch, they just create a single web view, and then they just launch their existing website onto that web view, and then they publish it onto the App Store and Play Store. One of the pros of this way is that it's very quick and very easy to make. So it's basically a few lines of code. In about 5 minutes, you can create the wrapper, but it doesn't have any native access. So it cannot interface with a lot of the accelerometer, any of the sensors. It can't access your contacts, etc. It's basically just a website running inside an app. And also it has inferior experience. So it's not optimized for different platforms, like I showed you in the demo a few minutes back. And also you might not be able to push it to the App Store because Apple has a few minimum requirements. So if your app doesn't fulfill those minimum requirements, one of those requirements is that your app cannot just be a website. It has to have has to look like an iOS specific app. So instead of building out a mobile app wrapper, I suggest you do a PWA instead. A PWA is a progressive web app. It's a website in which you can install it onto your application, kind of like a shortcut. And also it has a few other features like push notifications, caching, etc. Next, let's talk about mobile apps. So hybrid mobile apps are a mix of both native and web solutions. So they're much more than a wrapper application, and they also have the features of a native application. So the core of the app is written using web technology, that is HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. And then if you want to use any native functionality, you have to write a plugin which interfaces with that particular native functionality. So let's talk about hybrid versus native development. With native, you get full access to the system. With hybrid also, you get the full access, but you have to just you have an additional step of to create a plugin to use the native functionality. The best performance you get is with native. With hybrid, you don't get as good as performance as native, but you still get pretty good performance. This has been improving each year. So a few years back, hybrid apps had really poor performance. Now they have quite good performance, but not as good as native apps. And then development language. So in native apps, you have to use whatever is specified by the operating system. So for Android, it's Java and Kotlin. For iOS, it's Objective-C, or you can use Swift. For cross-platform support, with a native app, you can only build one app at a time, so for one platform. So if you build an Android app, you can't put same code onto for iOS. But with hybrid, you can. User experience. So the app is the most responsive on native applications, decently responsive on hybrid applications, and this as well is getting better with each new iteration. And code reuse is the same. You can't use an Android native code like Java and iOS, and similar you can't use iOS specific code on Android. Whereas in the hybrid apps, you build out one code base and you use that on multiple platforms.